Hey, what's up, guys? I know I didn't do a little game plan video for this week against the Vikings, but what another heartbreaking loss. Same fashion like it was against the Ravens. I really thought we had it this time. I really did. You know, the defense was not that great in the first half, but they did what they needed to do to keep us in this game, especially in the second half. Coming up with that fumble right at the end of the game, scoring that touchdown, then going for two. I agree with going for two. I really do. I really do. Going for the win. You're 0-4. Go for the win. I mean, you know, I would totally agree with them doing that 9 times out of 10. Doing it. But for the exception of the last Vikings drive, our defense played very well today. I know they didn't. I know the Vikings didn't have Dalvin Cook, but that Madison guy, he is a damn good backup. He is a damn good backup, and you know what? Justin Jefferson is a damn good wide receiver too. Yeah, we could have played better a little bit more on defense, especially against Madison and Jefferson. But overall, we held them to 19 points. If you keep an NFL team, especially in today's league, under 20, you did something right on defense. It's just our offense really couldn't get anything going. Yeah, we scored at the end and we took the lead, but we had opportunities to score. And that fumble from Goff in the first half, that hurt because we were in the red zone. We had a chance to get a field goal. If we kicked the field goal there, we would have won the game if everything else happened the way it did. But no, just you cannot go into prevent defense. Prevent defense just does not work. And in that situation, I did not like just rushing 3 on that third down. I really wish we just got after the quarterback and got a sack. Yeah, it was a long field goal, 56-yarder, but I don't know, man. This hurts. This whole season, we legitimately could be 3-2 right now, or even better. If it wasn't like 1 or 2 plays, like if that 66-yard field goal didn't happen against the Ravens, or we didn't allow them to happen on a 4th and 18 against the Ravens, we would have had a win there. If we didn't go 0-3 inside the 10-yard line against Chicago in the first half, we may have beaten them. We could, there's a win there. And if we actually played better defense with in the last 30 seconds of today's game, we could have won this game. And we were one play away in the 49ers game. We had a ball inside the 25-yard line right at the end of the game, needed a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, I know. But, if we could have got in the end zone there, got for 2, gone in overtime, who knows what would have happened. Like, all these losses have been so... except for the Packers game, which, if we played a little bit better in the second half, we might have actually had a shot to win that game, too. Like, this whole season has just been... We cannot close it out. We just... obviously we are not a good football team. We are just not a good football team. And it's not on the coaching staff. I mean, it is to a degree, but... There's only so much this coaching staff can do with this roster. I mean, especially our wide receiver core. I mean, yeah, Quintez Cephas, and I hope he's all right. I know he got injured in the game, didn't return. Hopefully he's all right. But Amon-Ra St. Brown made a few plays today in key moments. But seriously, on paper, you look at this wide receiver chart: Quintez Cephas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, this Hodge guy. I don't even know who this Hodge guy is. Khalif Raymond, and this Benson guy. Like, that's not an all-star lineup for wide receivers. So, really, this coaching staff they're doing, I feel like, the best they can with what they have to work with. This is going to be a year or 2 of rebuilding. I mean, maybe even 3. I mean, a lot is going to have to happen. And we're just going to have to, get through this season and maybe even the next season before we're going to be good again. But I truly believe in this coaching staff, and I truly believe in the general manager to turn this ship around and get us back to winning football and to have a chance to win a Super Bowl. I really believe in this coaching staff. We are 0-5. It sucks. But, my mom thinks we're going to go winless. I don't think so. I think we'll get 1 or 2 wins, maybe 3 at the end of the year. It's just, we have been competitive the entire season, and that's what I like to see. We have been competitive, we actually have drive, and we actually have passion. Something I have not seen in a long time. And it's just refreshing to see. I know I wish it translated into wins, but baby steps. Baby steps. Yeah, it hurts. We lost some games we probably should have won this year, and we lost some heartbreakers. But we got to get through the tough times before we get to the best of times. There's always going to be, the worst of times before we get to the best of times sometimes. So it is what it is. We all knew it was going to be a rough year. I know I say that every freaking reaction video, but, we just got to reiterate that. Like, it's going to be a rough rest of the year. We just got to accept that. I know we want to win, but, we're just not a good football team right now. A good offseason, a good draft. Have the next season, who knows what happens. Have another good draft, another good offseason, who knows. We might be good after next year, But you cannot fix a football team overnight. You just can't. And, like I said, I thought we had one today, and I thought we had one against the Ravens, and, we could have beaten the Bears, but it is what it is. We're 0-5, and we're on to Cincinnati at home tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. Hey, at least Alabama lost. This weekend, at least Alabama lost this weekend, so we got a new number one. Really, that's all I have to say for this game. I mean, like I said, I really agree with going for 2 in that situation. Go for the win. You're 0-5. Just the defense couldn't hold their end of the bargain, and it kind of was refreshing to see Dan Campbell be so emotional in this post-game press conference. Like, I'm not saying I love seeing people cry. It's just I love seeing the passion, and he cares for this team so much. Dan Campbell cares for this team so much, and he's so passionate about this team. He really wants to win. He really wants to bring a championship to this city, and I think he will. And it's just nice to see a coach actually care. I don't think Matt Patricia cared. I really don't think he cared. Jim Caldwell did, and I really wish we didn't get rid of Jim Caldwell. I just said that I really like what this coaching staff right now with Dan Campbell and, on all that. I really think that they're the right staff to turn the ship around. However, I believe that if we didn't get rid of Jim Caldwell, the 3 seasons that we had under Patricia, if Caldwell was the coach, we would have not been as bad as we were those 3 seasons. We might have been a playoff team one of those years, if not multiple. He was building something in Detroit. He really was. And the players that left, like Dominican Sue, and I think Calvin Johnson retired. I think the year that after the season was over of the last season of Jim Caldwell. Who knows? Maybe Calvin would have retired early, but maybe we would retain Sue. But he was building something in Detroit. Jim Caldwell was, and I really never agreed with firing him. Now, I know I was very excited when we brought in Matt Patricia. I mean, everybody was when we brought him in. But looking back on it, why would you fire a head coach that gives you 3 winning seasons in 4 seasons and 2 playoff appearances in the 4 seasons he was head coach? And the 1 year that we didn't make the playoffs at 9-7, we were 1 game away from making it. We had a shot at the end of the year. 1 game against the Packers, I believe. You win, you're in the playoffs. If you lose, you're not. We lost, but we were 1 game away. 9-7, winning record. And his worst season was 7-9. And that year, we were also 1 or 2 games, 1 or 2 plays away from winning a couple more of those games. Who knows? But I really thought that Jim Caldwell was building something in Detroit. Now, I know he's not as animated and not as, emotional and all that than like Dan Campbell is. But I really thought he was building something, and I really never agreed with him being fired. But what's done is done, and we cannot change that. So it's we're back into the rough of times, and like I said, I really don't think this team's going winless this year. But hey, if we do, at least we'll have the first team to go 0-16 and 0-17, and the only team to do that. At least we'll have that to our glory. But oh well, we're on to Cincinnati next week, and let's see if we can steal a win against them, which I highly doubt, but who knows. Go Lions, baby. Have a great night.